My name is Raya. I was born in Prague. I am a Jew, and I survived terrorism.
Zuzana Winterova, 11 years old, perished at Auschwitz, October 4th, 1944.
Gabriela Farova, 10 years old, perished at Auschwitz, May 18, 1944.
František Bozan, 14 years old, perished at Auschwitz, December 15, 1943.
Eva Bulova, 15 years old, perished at Auschwitz, October 4th, 1944.
Diana Franklova, 13 years old, perished at Auschwitz, October 19, 1944.
Alfred Viskov, 16 years old, perished at Auschwitz, December 18, 1944.
Hansa Kojek, 16 and a half years old, perished at Auschwitz, January 21st, 1945.
My name is Raya. I was born in Prague. Mother, father, Pavel, Ircha, Hansa, and Irina. They are all gone, and I am alone. But that is not important. Only one thing is important, and that is that I am a Jew, and I survived. Terezin was a fortress built by Emperor Joseph II of Austria for his mother Maria Theresa. About 60 kilometers from Prague, it slept quietly in its green valleys under its blue skies until...
March 5th, 1939, German Wehrmacht enters Prague. December 1st, 1939, Jewish children excluded from state elementary schools. June 14th, 1940, Auschwitz concentration camp opens. December 27th, 1941, Reinhard Heydrich orders mass deportation of Jews and establishes Terezin as a Jewish ghetto. October 16th, 1941, first transports leave Prague for Terezin. Among them were children.
Oh, here in the back. Oh, have the children arrived?
Yes, nearly 400 more than the earlier transport. Come along, we'll go with the others.
Later, when the workers return, and the older ones, we'll find places for them in the barracks. Each one must have a place.
And tomorrow when the next trainload arrives?
We'll find a place for them in the barracks and here, in the school. They must start living again. Yes, school. You will go to school again. But go along now with Renka. to the bathhouse, and then supper. I promise. You must go along now to the bathhouse, dear.
They told Papa, come along now to the bathhouse. You must take a shower so we do not get any sickness in the camp. They told him to leave his clothes on the ground in the yard and to leave his shoes next to his clothes so he could find them again. But they took him to the gas. He never got his shoes.
Don't be afraid. This is a real bathhouse. You can have soap and take a shower.
They took him to the bathhouse. He never got his shoes.
That was Auschwitz. Here, you are with friends. What is your name? I am Irina Zinkova. I am a teacher here at Terezin. You will come to school with us, won't you? You are from Prague. I once taught in Prague. It's a beautiful city. When I first came to Prague, I was about your age. I remember how frightened I was. But after I made some friends, I was happy to live there. Now you are not alone, and you must not be afraid either. Now that you know my name, you must tell me yours. How can we be friends? I won't know what to call you.
My number is tattooed here.
Raya and Glondarova. Come, Raya. Raya and Glondarova. Let me tell you about our school. There is so much to do here in school. You will be coming here tomorrow, perhaps. There are many children here. We have few books, but we have many songs. Every day, if you wish, you may paint and draw. Here, see? Each of the children has drawn a spring picture. Would you like to paint? I will find some paper for you. Then tomorrow, you may begin. You see, we save all the paper we can find. Forms, wrapping paper, and some of the children brought their own. And then when we have enough, the children draw and paint. Would you like to choose a piece of your own? Raya?
My name is Raya. Slowly I began to heal. I and hundreds of other children who passed through Irina Zinkova school. It was months before I could say anything but, my name is Raya. I said it over and over again, perhaps just to see if I remembered my own name, Raya. It was an accomplishment for me, and Irina knew it. She gave me paper and paints, and I wrote my name in stiff, crippled characters. Raya, Raya, Raya. Then one day I suddenly wrote another name, Irina. Then I knew I was healed. I could paint and draw and speak again. I could tell Irina the things I was remembering, and I was no longer afraid to remember.
Raya, cover the bread and close the door to the kitchen. The candles will go out.
I could see Papa coming up the street from the back window.
Raya, you must not open the back shutters. I have told you this. Do you hear?
She's going to get us all in trouble.
She'll be careful. Raya, come away from the window. It's time to light the Sabbath.
Without Papa? He's coming.
Then he will be here. Now stay away from the window.
All right,
Papa,
Mama, I'm
at
late, but here.
You weren't late, because I saw you from the back window, so you weren't really late, Papa.
But of course, if I am in sight, then I'm not really late. Besides, I was delayed by your Aunt Vera. I'm here now, Anna. We're here.
Pavel, come away from the window. Do you hear?
Nazi, so close you can see the damn swastikas.
Pavel, the Sabbath.
Sabbath's Eve and Nazis about to join us.
Pavel, if we are not careful, then
They're gone now.
Be careful. We must all be very careful. Tonight the planes, tomorrow the tanks.
Tomorrow, Joseph, what do you mean?
Mama, Pavel, all of you. Mama, today I lost my place.
Joseph, it can't be true.
I knew it had to come.
Oh, but you were promised.
Oh, promises? What are promises? I must report the leader to marriage. They're building a station.
But you're not a carpenter. You're a teacher, Papa.
Raya, hush. Let your father explain.
I must learn manual labor. Imagine, all of us at the school, all of us.
Building a station.
They came today to the school. They gave us 1 hour to clear out everything. Books, papers, everything. Can you imagine an hour after all those years?
And the school?
And there's more, Mama. I'm afraid that we may have to... well, we may have to move again. We may... No, we must. Our landlord is German, and we are...
Jews.
Pavel, try to have some patience.
Yes, we are Jews. They're reorganizing the boundaries, 12 blocks on either side. All of us, we must all move into the old area of the ghetto.
So once again.
But they promised.
How soon?
Tomorrow, before sundown, before Sabbath sundown, Anna.
They give us the Sabbath to get ready. It saves a working day. What did you tell them, Papa?
What should I have told them? Some say these are the last orders.
Someone always says these are the last orders, and yet every month the ghetto grows smaller.
And what should I say? What does a Jew tell his German landlord?
Well, they can't just expect us
And Vera?
Oh, the women too. We were all sent out into the streets. All unmarried women must report tomorrow in the streets to work alongside them.
Ircha.
Ircha too. Now, Mama, you must give up the family school. Jews are no longer allowed to teach.
Ircha, where is she?
She was released with the others into the street.
But we thought the council was going to appeal. How can they just sit there waiting while the entire Nazi army walks in?
There have been meetings.
Talk!
There have been considerations. But what should we do? Like you, shout slogans, attacks? Be brave like your friends?
Better than to hide behind our prayer shawls.
Pavel, you go too far.
At least shouting lets the Nazis know we're alive.
Oh, you go too far. Too far. You think we don't know about your joke at the regional theater?
The regional theater? Pavel, you know Jews are not allowed to go there.
A little joke on the guards.
Joke?
So what do you know? So we stoned out the lights in the street and attacked them from ambush near the theater arcade. They never knew what happened to them.
A joke. Not so amusing this morning. Hanus has been taken. His number called before the rest.
Why Hanus?
Joseph, you are not telling us all.
A guard said he knew one of the council. He recognized his son as one of the pranksters.
But Hanus wasn't even there. He didn't even know what happened.
The guard said
you and your father
recognized him. You do not argue with a Nazi guard.
And the rest of the council, they just sat there, no one protested?
Hanus is already on the train.
Without a word, what cowards!
Pavel!
No wonder our star is yellow.
You'll go too far. true father.
I'm sorry, Papa, but
You do not understand. You cannot.
I do understand. I have this to remind me.
What is this talk? The star will not destroy us, but I will tell you what can. I will tell you what can kill us. To starve. No white bread, no meat, no cheese, no eggs, no fruit, none of it for a Jew. That is what will kill us. To be denied the necessities of life.
I know, Mama.
Oh, and for your father, no tobacco, no cigars, no cigarettes, no beer, all of the little pleasures of life taken away.
I know, Mama.
And the big ones too, the school, the synagogue. This will destroy us.
Mama, for God's sake.
No, I'm not yet finished with being a Jew. For us it means separation, or the fear of separation. Planes today and tanks tomorrow, and always the guards, the Nazis. That is what will destroy us. And we will all be lost.
But to just sit here, it seems so
Weak. To you, it is weak. But if the Nazis need us to work, then they must feed us. And that's a chance at life.
I don't call this living.
But if we are living, we will be together. And then maybe later.
Yes, if we're called to work by the Nazis, then they must feed us. And there's our chance to survive together this war. It cannot last much longer.
All right, Papa.
All right. All right. No more shouting slogans, no more pranks on guards. And soon, in a couple of months, we will return to our flat. Hoover said that he will save our furniture. He does not wish us harm. And then we will return. Somehow, I promise, we will return.
Yes, Papa.
And you and Urcha shall be married just as we planned. You'll see, I promise.
Promises.
You'll see. All right, Mama. The lights.
Blessed art thou, O Lord, our God, King of the universe, who has held us by his commandments and
They will be here soon.
commanded us to live and light the Sabbath lights. The first transports for Terezin left Prague the next day. We waited our turn and hoped. Families moved in together, and we moved in with Yurcha's family, before moving again. Even then, we couldn't really believe it all. It was incredible. Our friends lined the streets and watched us leave. 5,000 Jews. Erica Schleicher called to me.
Raya! Raya! Where are you going? Come with me to the cinema.
I can't, Erica. We have to go to the municipal building.
But why?
I don't know.
Didn't they say why?
No, just that we have to go. I ran ahead to join Mother. That was the day we left home.
Schnell! Schnell! Jews, Achtung! Step quickly! Men left! Women and children right! Keep moving! Schnell! Schnell!
Don't be afraid. going on the train.
Where's Father? What happened to Father?
You'll see him again at the camp. Quiet now. We must wait.
It's been so long. I'm thirsty.
I'm hungry, please. Is there bread?
Wait just a little while, and then we'll have plenty of food.
When will we be there? Will Father be there?
Patience.
Where are we going now? What are they doing in the room there?
We'll see. We must wait our turn.
Are we going to work? They told us we'd work together.
They told me to remember this number always.
You must remember. At roll call, they will ask your number. You must remember and answer promptly.
They told us we were marked, like pigs. They said it will never go away.
Quiet now. Don't be afraid. Remember, you are not alone. Whatever you see or hear, whatever is done, remember, we are together. And then you will not be afraid. Come, sit close together.
Children of Terezin, one who saw everything, the barbed wire fence, the rats, the lice, one who knew hunger, dirt, and smells, one who heard trains arrive and leave, screaming sirens, and the tread of heavy feet in the dark. I sat in Irina Sinkova's classroom to write and paint the stories of those days. I never saw another butterfly, the last, the very last, so richly, brightly, dazzling yellow. Perhaps if the sun's tears sing against the white stone, such yellow is carried lightly way up high. It went away, I'm sure, because it wished to kiss the world goodbye. For 7 weeks I've lived in here, penned up inside this ghetto, but I have found my people here. The dandelions called to me, the white chestnut candles in the court, only I never saw another butterfly. That butterfly was the last one. Butterflies don't live here in the ghetto.
It is weeks since I came to this ghetto. I did not know that such thing could happen to me. When I go home, I'm only going to eat white bread. When I go home, I'm going to make my bed every day. Clean.
When I get home, I'm going to drink hot chocolate in the winter. Lots of it.
When I go home, I'm going to have pretty red curtains and rugs too. I'm going to play ball in the courtyard and shout if I want to. I'm going to sit very quiet and read storybooks as long as I want to when I go home. All night, maybe.
I'm going to play the piano when I go home, and we'll all sing and we won't care how noisy we are.
When I go home, I've lived in the ghetto for more than a year. In Terezin, in the Black Town now. And when I remember my old home so dear, I can love it more than I did somehow. Ah, home, home. Why did they ever tear me away? Here the weak die easy as a feather, and when they die forever. I'd like to go back home again. It makes me think of sweet spring flowers. When I remember my old home, I can love it more than I did somehow. It never seemed so dear and fair.
Everything here is so strange, different than anywhere else in the world.
People walk on the streets, not just on the sidewalks. But there's so many of us here, we wouldn't fit on the sidewalks. Cars don't drive here though, so nothing can run us over.
We sleep in bunks, and everywhere lots of people are packed in. Mothers and fathers don't live together, and children live away from them in homes, or whatever you say.
When you hear the word home, you imagine something quite nice. Well, here it's quite different.
The buildings are now full of bodies lying close to body. The gears scream with like long, long hours.
This evening, I walked along the street of death. On one wagon, they were taking the dead away.
I haven't seen my mother for so long, I don't even know if she has arrived. Irina says that somewhere she is looking for me, and if I stay here and keep well, she will find me. I wonder where she is, and father, and grandfather. He told me to wait for him at the station, but they wouldn't let me. I think maybe he never came at all.
I've never been away from home before, not even on the holidays, because I have no Aunt Olga to visit in the country. So this is my first trip away from home. It's so strange. I learned here to appreciate ordinary things, that if we had them when we were still free, we didn't notice them at all. Like riding a bus or a train, or walking freely down a road, or walking to the waterside, or even buying ice cream. Such ordinary things are out of our reach.
And terracing in the so-called park, poor old granddad sits around the so-called park. There is a bear down to his left, and on his head, a little cat. Hard crusty caramels in his gums. He's only got one single tooth instead of soft holes. Mental soup, poor old granddad. May I call you grandfather? You have no logo, and I have no grandfather.
Tuesday, March 16th, 1943. Today I visited my uncle in the Sudeten barracks. I saw the guards throw potato peelings on the ground, and the people throw themselves on top of the little piles to fight for them.
Tuesday, April 6th, 1943. Tomorrow the SS men are coming and no children are allowed out on the streets. Daddy won't know this and I'll die of hunger by 8 feet. Wednesday, April 7th, 1943. I missed Daddy yesterday, but I didn't cry. The other children couldn't see their parents either.
We aren't allowed to go out of the barracks, and we can't go out in the streets without a pass, and children don't get a pass. They say this can last weeks or even months, like a bird in a cage.
Last night I had a beautiful dream. I was home. I saw our street and our flat. I was disappointed and out of sorts when I awoke in a hard bunk instead of my own bed. This isn't a home anymore. It's a hospital. Half the children are sick in bed, and no one knows what to do. Everyone avoids us. Half the people are sick in the barracks, and the doctors do not know what to do.
Typhoid great situation. Hospitals and infirmaries are crowded. They cleared out whole house and made a typhoid ward. Everybody see the sign, up to, tightness. Every water faucet and pump. Don't forget to wash your hands, but you lay the water hardly once. I catch 6 fleas and 3 bed bugs. Isn't that a fine hunt? I don't need a gun, because right away I have supper. A rat slipped my shoe. Walter, our hazel tester, killed it. Now I'm going to pitch a tent for the night with Ava.
It's terrible here now. There's a great deal of tension among the older children. Tomorrow, they are sending transports into the new ghetto, into the unknown. 1,500 children will arrive tonight. They are from Poland. We're making toys, little bags, and nets for them.
They came yesterday. No one was allowed near them, but we managed to get some news from the barracks. They don't speak Czech. We don't even know if they're Jewish children, or Polish, or what you
They return from the reception center with their heads shaved. They have lice. They all have such frightened eyes.
The poor thing stands there vainly. Vainly he strains his voice. Perhaps he'll die. Then can you say how beautiful the world is today?
We got used to standing at line at 7 o'clock in the morning, at noon, and then again at 7 o'clock in the evening. We stood in a long line with a plate in our hands. They gave us a little warmed up water with a salt or coffee flavor, or they gave us a few potatoes. We got used to sleeping without a bed, to saluting every uniform, to not walking on the sidewalk, and then again to walking on the sidewalk. We got used to undeserved slaps, blows, and executions. We got used to seeing people die in their own excrement, seeing coffins piled up with corpses. We got used to seeing the sick amidst the dirt and filth, and the helpless doctors. We got used to it, that from time to time, 1,000 unhappy souls would come here, and that from time to time, another 1,000 unhappy souls would go away.
Sunday, September 5th, 1943. This was the day, but it's all over now. We're in a train from our room. Pavla, Helena, Olila, and Papinka are going. Everyone gave Olila something. She is such a poor thing. At 6 this evening, they reported their transfer. Each one somewhere else. The party was hard.
Monday, September 6, 1943. This morning I got up at 6 to see Zdenka. When I got to the barracks, the last of the people were going through the back gates and getting on the train. Everything was boarded up so that we could not get to them and so that they could not run away. I jumped over, ran up to the last people getting on board, just in time to see the train pull away from the station. And in one of the cars, Zdenka was riding. Where did Zdenka go?
The transport to the east.
Why?
To work, resettlement, to
Auschwitz?
Auschwitz.
She's not coming back. Yerzy told us, you die if you go to Auschwitz.
Raya.
I know it's true. Yerzy told us. The ovens and the chimneys, and when you die, you burn to ashes.
We do not know this is true.
I know it's true, and so do you, and you think just because we're children we do not know.
What have you heard? Where?
Yerzy told us. He's from Warsaw. He said if you go to Auschwitz, you die. And when you die, you burn. He escaped. He was there. He knows. How is it that you do not know?
I have heard the same talk. We all have. Such things can't be true. Think, Raya. Such things cannot be true.
But they are. He told us. I'm going to die.
Oh, wait. Raya, wait. You are only afraid.
I want to go home, Irina. I hate this place and everything.
Everything?
Yes, what's the use of anything if we're going to die? Last night, Zdenka and I shared bread and sang. Now, she's gone.
I know.
And Ava, and Miriam, and Mariana.
I'm a
Gabriella and Susanna.
I know.
We promised we'd keep together, and next year in Prague, we'd go to school. Together. Now, there's nothing left.
They were your friends. You loved them. Don't forget how you worked together in this very room. The poems and the songs. Susanna, Ava, Gabriella, their pictures. See?
No, they will burn them too.
Raya, listen to me. You are no longer a child. This minute, you are no longer a child. And so, I tell you, I have a child. She is 9 years old. She was torn away from my arms and thrown from the train by an angered guard. I tried to throw myself after her, but I was dragged back into the car. I wanted to die till I came to Terracine and found thousands of children waiting for me. And then I knew I must not die. Do you understand? You are no longer a child, and so I tell you, I have a child, and she lives whenever I comfort another child or dry her tears.
Yeah. I'm feeling all right after. Oh, yeah. Stretched out. These secret staircases tell you. Well, it's like NPR where I hear everything. And